What's up, Reject Nation? I'm Greg Alba.
I'm John Humphrey.
We are going to watch the latest trailer for Terminator Dark Fate. I put out a post on our community page that I'm going out of town. This is 9:45 p.m. that we are recording this. I leave at 5 a.m. I have a role in a short film. Gonna be gone for 3 days. I felt all prepared, and now I'm gonna go there with a lack of sleep because I gotta cover this trailer. You know how we do. And I know that anything else that we upload that we already prepped in advance, people will be like, why'd you put this up and not the Dark Fate trailer? I succumb to pressure. That's how I roll around here. Anywho, let's watch this.
Talk fast.
Ooh.
You first.
Well, she moves fast.
My name is Sarah Connor.
You sound like a calmer.
August 29, 1997. It was supposed to be Judgment Day.
Waterproof.
But I changed the future. Saved 3 billion lives. Enough of a resume for you?
No. You may have changed the future, but you didn't change our fate.
Dark Fate.
Oh,
Wow.
Is that the title? Ooh, they
I know you're scared,
midair now.
but I'm here to protect you.
Ooh.
Never seen one like you before. Almost human.
I am human, just enhanced.
Is
I
she
don't care what
really?
happens to her.
Because I was her.
Whoa.
I can see you're very upset.
Okay.
I'm going to help you protect the girl.
Nobody else is gonna die because of me. If you don't make it, everybody dies.
Expect a big pain, brother. The whole body's a weapon.
This Terminator's got personality.
All right.
Oh, that's cool. Whoa. Whoa.
When this is all over, I am going to kill you.
Oh, yeah.
Understand.
I love seeing that shot of those two. Dope. I mean, the action looks pretty awesome.
I'll be back.
She said it.
Cool people do not look at explosions.
All right, John, I got some thoughts. You got some thoughts?
I got some thoughts. You got some thoughts, Greg?
I got some thoughts.
Let's hear those thoughts.
Well, I think the action looks really freaking cool.
It's a good thought.
It's the best thing I think both these trailers have going for it. I think this trailer is an improvement over the last trailer, that's for sure. I think, though, the expectation of so much of this is following in the Terminator 2 footsteps, dimming down that expectation would be a good idea. I see
Yes.
earmarks that remind me of Terminator 2 to a certain extent. Like, of course, Sarah Connor with Arnold's Terminator. He's credited as the Terminator on IMDb, so
Yeah.
he must be a Terminator.
Or perhaps
Or
the
it's just- or
Terminator
it's the-
from the first film again, somehow.
Yeah, it's some big mislead or whatever
don't know
in
what
terms of
this
their
is.
marketing and their IMDb. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. And even with Gabriel Luna's character, like he is a different Terminator. He can clone himself. It is a little bit more like the Liquid Terminator. But even that little moment where he is impersonating some kind of officer or soldier or something like that.
Yeah.
It seems like he has a real personality when the time calls for it. Reminds me a lot of Robert Patrick.
Totally.
Whereas opposed to other people who've played bad Terminators, they play it like oh,
Like
they're
they're always
clearly
playing all the
impersonating a
time.
human, you know?
Yeah.
And over there, I'm like, oh, yeah, you kind of sold me. Like, made me question it for a second. I'm like, oh, maybe he is a human or something, yeah.
And it's weird because the only one it works for is Arnold somehow. Because
Yeah.
like he kind of has the same delivery for a while before he learns more of an emotional range. But yeah, that is a really great nuance to
Yes.
point to, especially is that they do come across like a person when they gotta, and that's always part of the fun of the best Terminators. I feel like is that's what makes the horror that much more impactful. impactful
Yeah.
is. And that's what makes it exciting to see a cool actor take on a Terminator role, is to see what kind of, acting muscle they can flex on top of the cold and the action,
Yes, I am what you call a Terminator fanatic. Like, I love Terminator 2 and The Matrix are tied for my #1 favorite movies of all time. Hearing that expectation of following in Terminator 2's footsteps, I see that they're taking plot points and certain, traits tonally. This is not that. Like, I've just had to accept that, especially when watching this trailer. I'm like, no, this looks more like a really cool action movie.
It does.
That it does have that menace, that underlying tone, that grit. I don't think is going to be as present. I could be wrong. It is just a trailer. I could be wrong. But right now, this literally looks like a big, giant ensemble. And also, the whole thing, whoever this girl is that Mackenzie Davis is protecting, she claims to be an enhanced human and not a Terminator. I don't know what that's all about. That is like protecting young John Connor. There's 3 of them, and then you have, I don't know, Arnold and Linda Hamilton passing the baton on to those 3 characters, I guess.
I really hope that this movie does manage to justify itself and to have all these pieces fit in an original, fluid way that doesn't scream like, ooh, trends and stuff. Because, like, at a trailer's glance, it's easy to do that. And partly here, I thought back to Terminator 2, and I was like, okay, well, part of that is, John Connor gets a father figure, and there's emotional story there. And then in this trailer, I was like, okay, so they're going to try and make, like, Sarah Connor, like, the new mom of this family, and then, like, Arnold's going to be kind of the dad, and they're all going to protect this girl together or something. Like, are they going to try and do it like a weird family thing?
It's like the family
thing?
and then the grandparents is what it looks like.
Yeah.
This feels way more like Sarah Connor's movie. Just from plot points, I have an impression that Arnold probably won't come in till halfway through the movie. Farmer Terminator.
Farminator.
Farminator is kind of the vibe I'm getting.
Everything about this trailer reminds me of Terminator mixed with something else.
It's just, what is that something
Just
else?
what is it? Because it's always a different something else. For some strange reason, I'm thinking back to Oblivion, like, where he lives in the woods and stuff, and then, like, has his little place, and I'm like, yeah, you mixed that with the Terminator. He looks the same, but he's a little older. I did think back also to Terminator 2 in the sense that this feels more contained, like some kind of road movie, or like they have to get to some place specific. And Terminator 2 does have that aspect that I think has been missing from at least, the past couple sequels.
Well, yeah, this seems to be about its characters. I have a feeling that Linda Hamilton will steal the show, but I think the heart of the movie is probably going to be Mackenzie Davis.
Yeah.
Weirdly, the one they're protecting they don't really seem to showcase her that much.
Yeah, I know. She's got like one line in this whole trailer.
She seems to be the new John Connor of sorts, or whatever that role is that she's fulfilling.
Speaking of, no Edward Furlong's in this trailer.
And he's supposed to be in this movie. He's credited to be in this film. Natalia Reyes, that's the girl's name.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
The thing to me is that this trailer gave us the action that we glimpsed the first time, and it gave more breathing room for characters to talk. But I think the only thing we really got out of this was that the Terminator has a bit of personality and that everybody else is, in a badass, grim situation. But we don't really get any context as to much of the intimate story or much of what the characters are going to be like when they're just interacting. It's like nothing breathes as a scene. So I feel like that part is the big mystery, and that's the worrisome thing to me. The thing I hope they really nail, and they're just not, maybe they can't translate it here, is this going to be just a glorified, really cool Terminator action movie with enough story to get it by?
I feel like they're going to really... The thing this trailer gave me was a lot more character, a lot more emotion. I was a little bit confused on timeline-wise. Those images of skull Terminators or skulls and then the Terminators in the background, is that another rendition that we've seen a gajillion times of Judgment Day?
Or is it just like the different, is that the
or
fate?
Is that the world we're in now? Is that the world today?
The vibe I got was maybe it's going to be this sort of time travel where you can't prevent some sort of Judgment Day from happening, and so this is what the new one maybe looks like, or maybe this is just another pocket of, humans versus Skynet resistance.
Either way, it's definitely working on my nostalgia for seeing Arnold and Linda Hamilton together. That's 1,000% working on me, because whenever they're on screen, I'm like, yeah.
The thing is, now I think for every Terminator movie, every time they're going to innovate a new Terminator, they're just going to have like a swatch book, because now every Terminator looks like a cross between two. I'm like, oh, Gabriel Luna looks like the T-1000 mixed with the one that John Connor was in the last movie. Yeah. And then the Mackenzie Davis looks kind of like Mark is right, but also sort of maybe a human. I don't know. So, they're really keeping those things.
Yeah, there's no doubt about about it, there's still some vibes from the ones that followed Terminator 2 already.
Yeah. The only thing that does feel very different is this doesn't feel like this feels like an apocalyptic world that's kind of claustrophobic, where the other two felt very like, Genesis especially felt like, whoa, this is a huge world with like way too much happening.
Anyway, I mean, I'm definitely there opening night regardless.
Yeah.
Even if this gets like a 2% Rotten Tomatoes, I'm still there.
What heartbreak that would be.
Anyway, guys, did this trailer do it for you? Do you like this trailer because it's better than the first trailer, or is the trailer just good on its own and you're like, yeah, now I'm sold? Either answer is okay. You guys can subscribe to The Real Rejects, click that notification bell. You can check us on Patreon, where we do weekly Q&As, TV show reactions, stream along, several with reaction highlights included. Thanks for being here, and if anything gets dropped on the internet that's big, I'm not around to cover it. Be understanding.